Coach Klieman, head coach at Kansas State University. This year, an 8-4 record. We are very fortunate in the Rate Bowl to have an 8-4 Kansas State Wildcats and a 7-5 Rutgers Scarlet Knights. Kansas State is only one of 8 FBS schools to win at least 8 games in each of the past 4 seasons, including under Coach Klieman's direction. Rushing, you'll know DJ Giddens and quarterback Avery Johnson, along with Dylan Edwards, lead a potent rushing attack for K-State. And to tell us about that rushing trio and the rest of his Kansas State Wildcats, I'd like to introduce Coach Chris Klieman. Coach, take it away.
Well, thanks so much for having me, and we're so excited to head to Phoenix and play in the Rate Bowl. I've talked to a number of people that have been in that bowl game, and how well that the players and staff and people are treated, and they do a tremendous job with the hospitality. And so our football team, our university, is excited to go and compete, and we get to compete against a great program in Rutgers. I so excited that I get a chance to be around Coach Shiano. I have so much respect for him and what he's done in our profession, and it's going to be a fun few days down there, and obviously for both of us, chance to get into some more developmental with your players, especially the younger guys. It's a chance to send your seniors off the right way. So I echo his sentiments of this is an important game for both universities, and important game for both football programs. And I know that the fans that come out to that game are going to be in for a great treat, because it's going to be two teams that play the game the right way, with physicality, with toughness, with discipline. You're going to see a lot of really good football players out there. And so we're excited to represent the Big 12 out in Phoenix.
Thank you, Coach. Once again, if you have a question for Coach Klieman, please use the raise your hand functionality and put your camera on, and we'll make sure you get your question before Coach. Coach, without giving away your game plan, because I'm never going to do that or ask that sort of detail, but what should we look for when we see your ball club out here on December 26th?
Yeah, well, we don't have a game plan yet, so you wouldn't be giving anything away. But I think, we really are similar to Rutgers as far as running the football has been kind of our staple, and the challenge for us will be able to stop the run, and that's something that we pride ourselves on. But I know Rutgers does as well. Two teams that want to win the line of scrimmage, and so for us, we got to do a really good job of being able to execute our run game, being able to do a good job defending the run, and then the explosive pass plays that both teams want to try to get off that run game. That's going to be critical, and then the special teams. So it's easy to say explosive plays, red zone, and turnovers. That's what is the outcome of every game. But for us, it's going to be an opportunity for us to continue to grow. We have a lot of young players that played for us this season, giving those guys another more game experience, giving our seniors some game experience as well to finish up their careers. And then, as everybody knows, as you get into these games and with limited opportunities you're going to have in spring ball anymore, you've got to play some guys that have earned the right, that maybe weren't ready to play in a conference game, but you got to give them an opportunity, whether it's on offense, defense, or special teams, to get some of those game reps in a bowl game.
Awesome. Thank you, Coach. Appreciate that. Just a reminder that Kansas State is making it their 5th appearance in the Rate Bowl and its predecessors. 3-1 mark in their previous 4 games, and the 5th appearance is the most of any school in this game. So with that, we'll lead off with Kellis Robinette. Kellis.
Yeah. Hey, Chris. After the Iowa State game, you said you were really going to challenge the guys to, play in this game. Where would you say their excitement level is about heading to Phoenix now?
Yeah, we'll get with the guys early this week, but I know they're excited about this opportunity. You're going to get to go play in a lot warmer weather than what Ames, Iowa was. And I know that playing a Big Ten school is something that our guys are going to be excited about as well. So without a doubt, and I know that Coach mentioned this as well. I don't know all the guys that are going to play. I know that typically you may have a player or two that elects not to. I don't know all those things right now, but the core of our football team will be ready to play and want to play, and we're excited about that.
And I know this is just being such a hectic year. Just want to ask, are you expecting, the whole coaching staff to be intact heading into this one?
Yeah, that's hard to answer, Kellis. As Greg's going through the same thing, this is the time when there's a lot of coaching shuffles and changes. And this happened to us last year, and we found a way to overcome it when we were in the Pop Tarts Bowl. So that is just something that's always fluid in today's day and age of college football.
Thanks, Coach. Thanks, Kels. Move on to Vince from WIBW TV.
Hey, coach, for coaches, right? How fun is it for you guys to be able to prepare for all these different opponents, Big Ten, whoever you play? What's it like as a coach when you prepare for these type of games and you guys being able to participate in these bowl games too?
Yeah, it's fresh and excitement for the coaches and the players to continue to play somebody that you typically don't play. I know that everybody's doing that now with the changes of conferences and getting different opponents there. But I think that's what's fun is having another opportunity to play against somebody that you don't have a lot of tape on. We never saw Rutgers in any crossover, and then just the chance for us. To spend with our players, spend with families. It's over the holidays. We'll travel really well. Kansas State always travels really well from our fan base to the families, and Arizona is a great destination place to spend at Christmas.
And one last thing, coach, you just kind of hit on my question there. You'll be playing the day after Christmas. So will that be kind of fun to do something different playing the day after Christmas and kind of having those festivities with the guys?
Yeah, absolutely. Just being able to spend the holidays, and we'll, like I said, we'll have a lot of their families down there, and I know we're staying at a really nice place that will have space so that they can spend time with their families, and it's twofold. It's an opportunity for us to compete, opportunity for us to grow and improve as a football team, but it's also an opportunity to celebrate with the time that they have with their families over Christmas.
Thank you, Coach. We'll move on to Tim Fitzgerald. Tim, you're up for Coach.
Coach, has the nature of bowl games changed a little bit with the portal and all the things and the shuffling of rosters? And maybe you'll use it for something a little bit different than you did like 5 years ago?
Without a doubt. 5 years ago, nobody thought about if they were going to play in a bowl game. I don't even think when we played in 21 in the Texas Bowl, people thought about it. But now it is something that is being spoken about. And I think it's being spoken about probably outside of our walls with agents and those things. And people got to make an educated choice for themselves. I'll tell you, Cooper Beebe played last year, and it didn't hurt his draft status. The kid was still drafted in the second round and maybe even have helped it. So that's what I hope our kids learn from the opportunities like Coop had to play in that game and still be selected really high as a draft pick. And but no, it has changed, and that's why we've got a busy week. We've got finals this week. We're trying to sneak in a practice. We're trying to get a couple of lifts in, but I know it's a hectic week because of the amount on these kids' plates academically. So we'll meet with them a little bit this week, but our prep will really get going towards the end of the week.
And with NCAA rules, are you able to access your whole roster, the red shirt thing? Doesn't matter.
You bet. Yeah. Anybody has an opportunity in postseason to not count as a game. So we have a handful of guys that have played 4 games, but this one won't count. And so I think that's exciting for those guys. Not only will we do a lot of just developmental practices where we're just doing K-State versus K-State on top of our bowl prep. It's a great chance for those kids to be coached, find out how much that they've advanced in their understanding of the schemes offensively, defensively, and special teams. And it's a huge value. Maybe it's running down on a kickoff or being on punt return or being on PAT field goal. Anything like that's going to help those guys get their feet wet as they head into 25.
Thanks, Coach.
Bet.
Thanks, Coach. We'll move on to Jack Magruder. Jack from Forbes.com.
Coach, I wondered if you could talk a little bit about DJ, his year this year, and then the progress you've seen him make in his years in the program. What has he done to get so much better?
Yeah, for starters, he learned from Deuce Vaughn, who plays for the Cowboys and was a consensus All-American, and he learned how to take care of his body. He learned how to be a Big 12 running back, and DJ has just continued to grow each year as far as a pure every down running back. He can be a first down guy or choice down. He can stay in the game on third down. He's got really good hands out of the backfield. He's had a great career, and to cap it off with another opportunity to play in a bowl game, and he had a really good bowl game last year. You have that time right now. DJ carried the ball an awful lot, so you have that time to get your body back, and I think that's what's really important for everybody to understand. With all these teams that are playing in bowl games, it's hard to think, boy, we got to turn around and play again. These guys have some time to get their bodies back, and DJ is one of those guys that's going to be able to get his body back and be able to perform at a high level.
Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. We'll go to Tim Everson from Manhattan Mercury.
Hey, Coach. You mentioned the 2021 Texas Bowl, and I was thinking that time and your success in that game really helped you guys carry that over to 2022 and the success that you had there. How big is this time to kind of get the wheels of that kind of momentum rolling into next season?
It's really important. What you do this month takes the momentum into January, February, and March. And we've been on both ends of that, of winning a bowl game and losing a bowl game. I guess the thing that I'm most proud of is that, take the COVID year out, we've played in a bowl game and qualified every year that our staff has been here, with the exception of that COVID year. And it has helped those guys, whether it's from an experience factor to just having some success with practices, even if a young man maybe isn't going to play, but just having that success of getting those extra 8 to 10 practices. But without a doubt, there's momentum that will carry you into the winter and the spring. And these guys know that they can empty the tank and leave it all on the line on December 26th, because I don't even think we come back to school until maybe January 20th. They're going to have plenty of time to rest.
All right. Coach, I'd like to give you one final opportunity to leave us with any final thoughts as we depart for the holidays and then see you here in Arizona on the 23rd of December.
You bet. Just the excitement that the K-State fan base, the K-State players, and our university have to come to Phoenix. I know we'll have a lot of fans that show up, and what a great opportunity to play a great team and a great program like Rutgers. Once again, I have so much respect for Coach Schiano. Excited to get an opportunity to spend a little bit of time with him because he's one of those guys that I have looked up to throughout my time of coaching, and it's an opportunity for us to spend time with these kids over the next few weeks once we get through this finals week, and pour into these guys a little bit more. And you're right, these are tumultuous, difficult times in college athletics, but when you get an opportunity to take your group of guys to a bowl game, especially something as special as a Rate Bowl in Phoenix, I think it galvanizes everybody and excites everybody. And we can't wait to start that bowl prep and come to Phoenix and enjoy the good weather.
It is that, Coach. I think we hit 75 today. So,
Hey, I'd be playing golf down there today.
well, we have plenty of that for you when you come in December. Thank you. Best to you and your family, and we will see you soon.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.